Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Trendsetter Crypto TV. Today is November the 22nd, 2022. And guys, I decided, you know what? I had to do a quick live stream. Let me just double check to make sure the audio is working. Okay, audio is on point. So guys, this is a quick live stream, right? So I know that right now, the markets are down for the most part. We're still dealing with this whole FTX contagion situation, as most of you guys know. If you're on Telegram, you already know what's going on. Get into the Telegram group. You got to be a Patreon member. That's the only way that you're going to get in it. Pro Style, what's going on, bro? Salute to you, bro. Hold on. Let me make you a mod, bro. It's good to know that you are still subscribed. Because we're gonna go through some receipts today. This is why I love doing what I do, right? So I'm gonna show you guys some receipts. And once again, I know that right now there's a lot of fear in the market, a lot of uncertainty in the market because of this whole contagion situation with what's going on with FTX, guys. And I'm gonna show you something that I hope will encourage you. Okay, Pro Style. I made you a mod. I'm going to show you some receipts that I hope will encourage you that you do not lose faith. Because, guys, what I'm about to show you is crazy, okay? And the only reason I found this is by the grace of God. So I got to give God the credit for this because this isn't my doing. This is because of the Most High. And I'm going to show you guys something crazy. But the Fear to Greed Index is at a 22. Right. So yesterday, guys, I was looking at the Fear to Greed Index, right? And I decided, you know what, let's take a look at the Fear to Greed Index historically, because what does it really mean, right? So they grade this out of 100, right? And the Fear to Greed Index, it basically measures market sentiment. And you guys know, shout out to Paul Barron. He's a big YouTuber. I'm more of a sentimental analyst in a sense. And I'm not saying I'm a professional analyst, no Stephen A. Smith, right? I'm just a guy who enjoys crypto as a hobby, but I do like to look at sentiment because there is a correlation sometimes between how people feel about the markets and how the markets are doing. Let me explain. So if we go back to December of 2020, you guys remember when Dogecoin was doing its thing and it was pumping crazy, right? The sentiment of crypto was higher than it's ever been. It was at 92, 93, and it even went up to a 95 at one point, right? And I started to think, and once again, this is my theory. Why was this so high at the 90s, right? And there's two things that I can think of. The first one is you had retailers come in that had never been in crypto before. And you guys also remember that back in December of 2020, I mean, Bitcoin went from 20,000 to like 44,000 by the end of it, right? It did very, very well. However, 2020, December and January of 2021, those weren't the tops. They were not. Remember, the top was back in May. So if we go back a little bit to May, let's go down to about, and this is kind of hard to gauge here, so bear with me. So if we go down to May the 5th, the sentiment was at about a 48, right? May the 7th, it was at about a 64, okay? Now, right now, we're at a 22. So I know you're wondering, Solo, what are you trying to say? What I'm saying is that when you look at the market sentiment, and then let's go back even, when we go to this November, right, of 2021, November the 14th, right around there, that was where the top of BTC was when it hit 68K. That it was at a 74, right? So what I'm saying, guys, is, and this is how I'm looking at it, and once again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so I could be looking at it wrong. But if we start to get back into the 60s, that lets me know that we're, in the middle of or beginning stages of a rally or a bull run, right? So why am I saying this now? Well, it's very simple. If you're dollar cost averaging right now, you're putting yourself in position to when it gets back to a 74 or the market gets back to a 60 or 65, right? That you'll be in position then to be taking profits. Now, obviously, guys, I don't have an exact date or time frame of when that will be. That knowledge is, when it happens, it'll happen. But I do believe that it will happen. So the Fear to Greed Index, guys, is something that I always talk about. If you are a Patreon member, you see me pull this up every day, right? But usually I don't look at the historical. I'm going to be real. So today, that's what we did on Patreon, as I'm doing right now, is because yesterday I was looking at it historically, even back in 2018, and just to see where we were at. And then, 2019, we were at an 83, right? And honestly, I don't remember what happened June 22nd, although if I did do some deep research, I could probably find out what is going on right now or what happened then, right? But I won't do that right now because of the fact that I don't have a lot of time. However, we're at a 22 right now, okay, guys? So I know right now there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And before I talk about this whole JP Morgan situation, let's address Terra Luna Classic. Let's talk about Terra Luna Classic. Now, as you guys know, most of the market is down, Terra Luna Classic included, right? Let me hit this water. Guys, I'm still in Terra Luna Classic. I'm still buying if I, when I'm able to. And my thing is, it went down, it was below the 15 marker at one point earlier today, right? So for people who felt like they missed out, because I remember somebody in my Trendsetter Telegram group, when this went up to a 36, they say, hey, should I buy in? I said, no, wait. It'll go back. Wait till like a 25, because at that time it was at a 36, right? Now, obviously, it's lower than 25. But imagine if I would have told the guy, yo, it's at a 36 by the top. Man, listen, he probably would have called me a liar, right? And this is one of the reasons why, guys, what I'm working on is improving my technical analysis, because you guys know when it comes to like charting, it's trash. I mean, I can look at a chart for the day and tell you what's popping. You know what I'm saying? I can look at a chart for the day and tell you, okay, is it a good time to buy? Is it not? You know what I'm saying? But long term, I still need to work on that. And I'm not going to bore you guys with the whole technical Bollinger Bands and all of this, because I don't think technical analysis, guys, could have predicted an FTX. Let's be honest, right? Do I think that this is a good time to buy Terra Luna Classic? I think this is a good time to dollar cost average, right? But I'm hoping that it might even go lower to the 10th spot. Then I might go in heavy. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys this is what you should do. I'm telling you guys what I'm going to do, okay? So please do not, you already know, okay? Now, I know some people are saying, well, the market is down. Is it going to go up? Blah, blah, blah. Guys, one thing about this is that crypto it's all about being patient. It's all about being patient. And listen, I'll put it to you guys like this. Do you remember in high school or college when you liked that girl? There was that girl that you liked, right? Now, when you went to talk to that girl, did she go out with you as soon as you said yes or no? Maybe for you guys, right? But what it is it's a courtship. And I know this is not the best analogy, but what I'm saying is that you don't just meet a girl and then within 5 minutes of meeting her, you have kids and you marry the girl. It's a progression. It's a progression. First, you got to get the number first, right? Then you got to talk to her. Then you got to set up the date. Then you got to go on the date. Then you got to make her laugh on the date. Then you got to go. Then you got to, be able to see her on another date. What am I saying, guys? You don't go from A to Z in one swoop. It takes time. It takes time. Now, the next burn update for Binance is going to happen on December the 2nd, right? Now, do I think that we're estimating that's going to be about a what? Anywhere from a 4 to 7 billion additional Lunc that's going to be burned, right? And then also we're waiting to see what happens on December the 18th. If that one gaming company, and I forgot their name, if they are going to be burning additional Lunc or lunch, as I like to call it as well, right? So guys, right now, I still am in Terra Luna Classic. Classic to me is going to be a coin that is going to set it off. And I think that if you are in position, or if you are getting yourself in position now to buy, I think that you will be very, very pleased within a few months from now. I can't give you an exact date. Could be, could be 2 months, could be 3 months. I don't have an exact date yet. Ask me Saturday on Patreon. I'll have a better date for you then, because I got to see how this week plays out. Okay. Now, guys, let's get straight into this, because like I said, I don't have a lot of time and I don't want to tarry, but there's one more thing I want to show you guys really, really quickly for all the doubters and naysayers. And this is something I've been doing for years. These are Bitcoin returns from 2010 to now, right? Now, if you look when Bitcoin first started, it had those Terra Luna or Shiba Inu numbers. What I mean by that, it had a couple zeros in front of it, right? So when Bitcoin first started, it was a 0.003 to 30 cents. That was a 9,900% return. And then 2011 was a 1,473% return, and so forth, right? Then 2014, you had your first, what you could say, bear market. And that is, if I'm not mistaken, it was because of Mt. Gox. I could be wrong, where it went 58%. Now, after the 2017 bull run, if you notice, Bitcoin started at $968. Then it went to 13,860. Now, I do think those numbers could be off there, buddy, if I'm not mistaken, because didn't Bitcoin go up to my 19,000? So we gotta verify, right? But regardless, the Bitcoin was, by 2018, it was at $3,689. So that was 73% change. Okay, you know what? This may be right, because he's counting the year end. So he's not doing it at the top. He's doing it at the year end. So if it's the year end, then that 13,860 number could be right. So I don't disagree with that. Once again, double check. This is why we're going to verify these numbers. And I'll do another video once I do that for you guys, okay? 2019, then, you see that Bitcoin went up from $3,689 to $7,184. 2020, Bitcoin was at $7,184. And then remember, in 2020, March, it dipped to about 3,900 or something like that, right? But then we went to $28,775. Now, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it at 40 something thousand? It could have been in January, right? Regardless, if you look, the main point I'm trying to make is at the beginning of this year, we were at 47,000, and now we're at 16,630. At the time when this chart was made, we're at 15,800 right now, and I'm expecting us to go down to about 13,000. Maybe we'll finish the year at 13,000, maybe even at 11,000 or 10,000, right? I know y'all don't want to hear that, but let's continue, okay? So that's negative 65. So guys, when you look at this, if you look for patterns, and I know people are, oh, your patterns in it. What happens to Bitcoin after a red year? Right, exactly. Thank you. Somebody said it. You said, I heard you. You said it really quiet in the back because you didn't want to yell, but I heard you. You're right. After every red year, there are 3 green years, okay? 3 green years. Now, this is historically. Will this pattern continue? We don't know. But what we do know is after every red year, there is a green year. So it would be you could say that next year, then, we could possibly have a green year, right? That this is a good indicator of that, a good sign. Now, some people might say, well, we don't rely on historical data. Okay, I get you. But see, the same people that say we don't look at historical data, right? They're the ones then that they'll pull up what? Historical data. But we have to look at these numbers to see where we were, to see where we could potentially be at. Now, does that mean that these numbers are always right? Of course not. But for what we do have, and this is just a small sample size, right, of a little over a decade, this has been shown to be true that after every red year, there is a green year. Okay, guys, now let's get into something that blew my mind, and I hope it blows yours. And if it doesn't blow your mind, that at least gives you some faith, okay? JP Morgan officially registers cryptocurrency wallet trademark. This came out yesterday, right? Historic news, and I'll explain more momentarily. But JP Morgan's metaverse, I mean, they got a lawyer, okay? His name is Michael Kondudis. He is their attorney for NFTs and metaverse, right? And they put in the patent yesterday and trademark for their wallet. Now, JP Morgan is a big bank in the USA, for those who are not familiar. And I'm pretty sure that you can bank with JP Morgan too in other countries. You know, I'm not sure. Somebody let me know, because I don't really bank with JP Morgan like that. You know what I mean? But guys, this is big news. This is huge. Now, I know you're wondering, why does it matter? I mean, who cares? Right. See, to a nerd, this is huge. To the average person, yeah. But let me explain why this is big news. So when we get into this, right? When we get into this, and we got a lot more coming. Guys, this was September 2017. Jamie Dimon, who is the CEO of JP Morgan, this was 5 years ago, guys. And I'm about to blow you guys' mind. He said that crypto won't end well, that it's a fraud. It's worse than tulip bulbs. You guys know tulip bulbs? It used to be one of the things that, you know, people would trade tulip bulbs. That's a thing that was back in the day, right? And Jamie Dimon was on a rampage back in September doing a media tour. I remember this, and we're going to get into this, where he said that he'll fire anybody. I'd fire them in a second for 2 reasons. It's against our rules, and they're stupid, both, and dangerous. So, guys, you got the CEO of JP Morgan back in 2017 saying that if he catches any of his employees in crypto, he would fire them on site because it's dumb and stupid. But fast forward, guys, a little over 5 years later, a little over, right? Because it's November 2022. This was September 2017, right? Half a decade. Let's go. Now, JP Morgan officially registers a cryptocurrency wallet trademark. Most likely, it's to help to implement their CBDCs, right? And this is huge. This is huge. Why are they doing that? Because that lets you know 2 things. Number one, their cryptocurrency wallet is going to have Bitcoin, and then it's probably going to have JP Morgan's own token that they're going to roll out, their centralized bank digital currency, their CBDC token, which is going to be called JP Morgan coin or whatever, right? Now, Pro Style, you ready for me to get into blowing your mind? Trendsetter, this is what we do over here. Boom. Let's go back, guys, in time. 108 views, September 22nd, 2017. I uploaded this video, and it was titled "The Truth on Why JP Morgan Wants the Government to Shut Down Bitcoin." Okay. Now, guys, I'm not here to tell you guys that JP Morgan was 5 years ago. I didn't say, let me be clear that I called it. No, that's not what I'm saying. But guys, it's funny how things change in 5 years. It's funny how a company, the CEO tells you guys that he would fire anybody that's in cryptocurrency. And 5 years later, now they're unrolling their own wallet. Now they're unrolling their own CBDC, their own cryptocurrency. So that makes me ask, those employees that got fired because they were in crypto. Mr. Diamond, are you going to give those employees a bag? Because I think some of them have a good case for a lawsuit. But anyway, guys, let's play and see what I was talking about 5 years ago. And then I'm going to tell you guys what I think will happen 5 years from now in 2027 with JP Morgan and crypto space and what to expect. Here we go. Will eventually crack down on cryptocurrencies and will attempt to control it by threatening anyone who buys or sells Bitcoin with imprisonment, which would force digital currencies into becoming a black market. Here's the funny thing is, there are already governments in countries that are using cryptocurrencies. They're using it in Asia. They're using it in Europe. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And now El Salvador is using Bitcoin. That happened last year. This was 2017, guys. The receipt right here, right here. I was talking about this in 2017. We're talking about governments. 2017. People thought I was crazy back then. Guys, why do you think I only got 108 views back then? Because people thought I was crazy. 5 years from now, when I might not even be around. Real talk. I might be my own island somewhere. And I'm gonna be like Da Vinci J15. I'm gonna just leave these videos up as receipts, and you guys can go comb through them. But while I'm here, let's talk about it. Now, obviously, governments will try to regulate it, but because it's decentralized and all of that, it's very hard to regulate. And they're gonna try. They're gonna try, but they're gonna have a tough time trying. You know, that's the beauty of it. So go ahead and try. These are the latest comments from Diamond attacking Bitcoin earlier this month. He called cryptocurrency a fraud. His comments, along with several prominent hedge fund investors, came before a sharp sell-off in Bitcoin. The price for one Bitcoin fell from $4,340 to as low as $2,981.05 in the days after the comments. Now, for my crypto conspiracy theorists here, or theorists, what you have to think is this guy purposely saying this to crash the market? Does this guy who works for a centralized bank, he's a chief executive, does he have an agenda? I mean, this is obvious. The guy clearly wants people to be blind sheep and continue to put their money into JP Morgan, an institution that's been around for over 100 years that has had. Yes. JP Morgan lied to you guys. They lied to me. See, why wouldn't JP Morgan, why didn't they want you in crypto 5 years ago? Why? Because they didn't believe in it, because they were dumb. JP Morgan should have hired me. If JP Morgan would have hired me, they wouldn't be talking. Jamie Dimon wouldn't be the CEO of JP Morgan. I probably would be CEO of JP Morgan right now. Somebody, the board, I know, and I know that sounds a little arrogant, right? But the point I'm trying to make is the CEO of JP Morgan didn't have that vision 5 years ago. Because if he had that vision 5 years ago, this wouldn't be news in 2022. This would have been news 5 years ago. You see, guys, what is going on is, why is all this suppression happening? Because these institutions like JP Morgan, they came to the party late. Everybody's at the party. Everybody's dancing. JP Morgan came to the party late. The pretty girls are dancing with the fellas. So now they're waiting for the pretty girls to stop dancing with the fellas so they can dance with the pretty girl. Who's the pretty girl? We're talking about crypto right now. This is what's going on, guys. You see, 5 years. I didn't know this. Let's keep it a buck. But what I did know for a fact is that the CBDCs, right? If that was ever to happen, and that's something that 5 years ago I didn't talk a lot about, because that was still, a lot of institutions were against it. But 5 years ago, if JP Morgan would have done this 5 years ago, where would JP Morgan be now? JP Morgan would be way ahead of the market. Thank you, BPM. They want you out of the market That's all. Hold the line. The reason why they want you out of the market even 5 years ago is because they want to control the market. See, 5 years ago, they thought they could gaslight you out the market. They realize now they can't do that. So now they got to get in line and play. But see, what they're going to do is, and what they've been doing is, since they can't get you out the market or they can't control it, what they're going to do is they're going to manipulate the market. I know that sounds crazy, but wouldn't shock me 5 years from now. What I'm telling you is going to be old news. But right now it sounds crazy. It wouldn't shock me right now if these institutions are manipulating the market to get you guys out so that way they can get these coins for the cheap. We already know that Bitcoin already touched 68,000 at one point. Now we're at 16,000. Now we're headed to 13,000. We might even finish the year at 10,000. And you know what, guys? I'm not tripping about that. Because like I'm showing you right now in the video, I've been around since Bitcoin was 2,000, 3,000, 1,000. Guess what, guys? I'm still here. That's facts. I'm still here. And I will be here still when Bitcoin hits 100,000, 120,000, 150. Now, I can't tell you guys if I'll be here if Bitcoin hits 250. I might be on my own island somewhere. But let's continue. Multiple bailouts in his history, and he's afraid. This guy is afraid because this is starting to take off, and these banks don't like it. Fact. Bitcoin has since recovered to around $3,640.68 according to CoinDesk data. Despite this volatility, Bitcoin's value has risen 264% this year. Dimian, okay, now I'm probably butchering his name and I apologize. Dimian or Dimian's comments came on the No, Solo. His name is Diamond. See, I didn't know how to say his name 5 years ago. I know how to say his name now. I know who this guy is very well. See, they lied to us. They lied to you. They lied to me. They told you that crypto was trash. They told you it was a fraud. Now, if it's a fraud, you got to ask yourself, why are they making their own wallets? See, guys, this is one of the reasons why you can't believe everything that they tell you, because they're not going to tell you what's good for you. They're going to tell you what's good for them. And they only care about the bottom line. What is that? Money. Criticism from several Bitcoin investors and experts. Comments like Jamie show failure to grasp the significance of the blockchain and the power of the brand of fundamental seeds of change. Thank you. I said that. Didn't I say that? The technology of blockchain is something that is ever evolving, and it's a powerful thing. That's what I mean by the evolution of it. The more blockchain will evolve, the better it will become. And also the more mainstream it will become. And that's what this guy is afraid of. Said Scott Nielsen, CEO and chairman of blockchain firm SweetBridge, in an email to CNBC last week. Meanwhile, a company called Blackwater has filed a market abuse complaint in Sweden against Jamie and JP Morgan. Blackwater claims that Dimian deliberately spread false and misleading information, according to a report by Citi AMN. Once again, guys, this is what I'm saying. This guy does not want people to invest in cryptocurrencies. So what is he doing is he's doing fear-mongering. And by doing fear-mongering, it caused the volatility of Bitcoin to go even further down. And especially with the recent development in China with the ICO ban, these bankers or scammers, because the banks are the real scams actually, they are relishing it. And they're using that to, paint the narrative that Bitcoin is a fraud. It's a fraud. That's what they told you guys 5 years ago. Bitcoin is a fraud. Cryptocurrency is a fraud. Guys, this video is still up. 108 views. It's still up. It's a fraud. But now they're coming out and they're trademarking cryptocurrency wallets. They're in the NFT game, non-fungible tokens. And now they're also working on their metaverse. But I thought it was a fraud. Oh, Solo, maybe they changed their mind. Nah. We're not going to give them an easy out. I mean, guys, these are the people that are the experts. They're telling you what is good for you. They're supposed to know what's going on, right? So you're telling me a random black guy on YouTube who's got a very small following can tell you about cryptocurrency 5 years ago, making content for 5 years, giving you guys breakdowns on PowerPoints, different videos, different commentary on what's going on in the financial sector. But you're telling me one of the largest institutions in the world, JP Morgan, got it wrong? That's why I said, guys, maybe they should have hired me to be CEO of JP Morgan. Okay? And see, guys, when you look at this, when you look at the reality of this, right? Where's the market going to be 5 years from now, guys? Now, I'm going to give you guys my theory of where things will be 5 years from now, but I will say this. If you are watching me right now, and we got 6 people right now watching this. This video might get 100 views as well. But if you're watching me right now, there might be a situation, guys, where you might be a millionaire 5 years from now, or even a billionaire. Because the way mass adoption is going to be picking up within the next 5 years is going to be ridiculous. You're going to, listen, this is my prediction. 5 years from now, we'll see if I'm wrong or right. But 5 years from now, it wouldn't shock me if your favorite grocery store accepts crypto. Amazon accepts crypto 5 years from now. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let this play a little bit more, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Let's go.
Money from thin air. During the interview Friday, Jamie also criticized Bitcoin for not being a fiat currency formed by a government and backed by a central bank. Once again, that's what I'm telling you. See, he's a banker. He wants it to be centralized. The beauty of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is what? It's decentralized. Yes. With central banks, the money says legal tender, you have to take this as a payment. It's very cheap to do. It's very easy to move back and forth. JP Morgan moves $6 trillion around the world every day, very efficiently, very quietly, very effectively, and very cost efficient. And I disagree. What do you mean by cost efficient? What does that mean? What do you deem as cost efficient? Because it's cheaper for me to send Bitcoin to somebody in Asia than it is to send a Western Union or MoneyGram type deal. You know, so I don't know about this whole very cost efficient.
Yes. And even if I were to do a wire transfer, guys, how long does it take to get a wire transfer? How long? Let's say BPM sends me a $10,000 wire transfer. How long does it take for me? Let's say BPM lives in, I don't know, somebody give me some, Brazil. Okay, Brazil. BPM lives in Brazil. I call BPM. BPM, I need 10 racks. I need 10 racks. I'm about to take my mama shopping and buy some property. I mean, guys, I'm doing a role play. Roll with me on this, right? BPM says, Solo, don't worry, I got you. He sends me a $10,000 wire transfer. How long does that wire transfer take for that to hit the bank? Somebody in the chat, let me know. Hold on a second. Let's continue.
And very effective when I know that if I send Bitcoin to somebody in Asia or halfway across the world from where I'm at here in my couch, sitting on my couch in the Midwest, they're going to get a lot faster than Western Union or MoneyGram. And the fees are also going to be a lot lower. And this is a fact. Creating money out of thin air without government back.
A wire transfer, guys, can take as fast as 24 hours or can take up to 3 days. Okay, so you can get the wire transfer within 24 hours. That's the fastest. So within a day, you might get it in a few hours, a couple hours, maybe if you're lucky, or it can take up to 3 days. I have yet to hear of a Bitcoin transaction that takes 1 day. If it takes you a day to get a Bitcoin transaction, it probably means you send it to the wrong address. Okay? Because I've never heard of it taking 24 hours to get a Bitcoin transaction. Now, what's the longest it ever took me to get a Bitcoin transaction? The longest, maybe 60 to 90 minutes. But there are other coins that are faster. I sent some Shiba recently from that I bought from an exchange to my wallet. Took about 15 minutes, right? When I send XRP, it takes about 2 to 3 minutes. That's why I love XRP. XDC, faster. I get it in 2 minutes. I love XDC. And guys, we're going to talk about XDC, XRP, XLM. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk more about that here because before we wrap the video, we got to talk about XRP too. And we're going to be talking about Flare Network, all of that, because a lot of you guys got to understand, man, if you got XRP, you might never have to cash it out. You can just stake it and then you can do it off the Flare, because where we're moving to, guys, in 5 years, this is another prediction. 5 years from now, you ain't even got to cash out. You ain't got to cash out your crypto. That's the point. That was the point of crypto to begin with. The point was never for people to buy crypto, then cash back out to fiat. That was never the point originally. The point was to have crypto as its own ecosystem, as its own utility. And 5 years from now, I think, guys, there'll be a point where you don't even have to cash crypto back out to fiat. Matter of fact, it wouldn't shock me the way inflation keeps going, that 5 years from now, you might don't even want to do that, because the way inflation is going and the dollar and all of that, you might just better off having crypto. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm talking about crypto, I'm talking about the ISOs primarily. XRP, XLM, XDC, Algo, Quant. Let's go.
Is very different from money with government backing. Once again, this guy's a government guy. These bankers, they are in bed with the government. They want people to be dumb sheep. They want you to give their money to the government, because they are all in bed with each other, okay? This is what's going on. These bankers are in bed with the government. The government, they tell the government what to do, and vice versa.
Yes. Yes. Hey, the silent roamer, are you a Patreon? If you're not a Patreon, bro, I'm not modding you up. So let me know if you're a Patreon. But yeah, guys, listen. So to wrap this segment up, this video, guys, I uploaded this video September 22nd, 2017. Okay, guys. Fast forward to 5 years now later. At the receipts, JP Morgan has officially lied to you guys. Because why? Because, guys, they want to keep you out the market. They want you to get their CB. Now we see where this is going. See, 5 years ago, I wasn't as well versed as I am now. I had to go through a lot of pain and a lot of knowledge and research, and by the grace of God, he had to also give me a lot of input as well. Hallelujah. But what is going on right now is JP Morgan, Chase, Bank of America, they're going to make their own centralized digital currencies, right? They want you to use their money, because the banks, it's not, they can't have everybody being rich. Because if you own XRP, XLM, and XDC, I'm gonna say something that's going to blow your mind. If you have XRP, XLM, and XDC, you're going to be your own bank. That's facts. You're going to be your own bank. So what need do you have for JP Morgan's digital currency when you're going to be your own titan? There are people right now watching this video. You have no idea. Some of you guys are going to be billionaires. You guys are going to be lenders and borrowers. People are going to come up to you asking to do business, signing multi-million-dollar contracts that are worth hundreds of millions, possibly even billions. They're going to ask you for loans. I know this is going to sound crazy to people, right? But 5 years ago, if somebody would have said 5 years ago that JP Morgan would be trademarking their own crypto wallet and that they would get into the NFT and the metaverse space. Remember, guys, 5 years ago, nobody was really talking about metaverse like the way we're talking about metaverse right now. We're talking about the Oculuses, right? the augmented realities or virtual reality, as I like to call it. Nobody was talking like that. But now the reality is that these banks, they missed out on the initial run-up, right? When I say that they missed out on the initial run-up, a lot of these banks wish that they would have gotten in at Bitcoin when it was this number. Or heck, even when it was $4.72. Or heck, even when it was $758. Now, a lot of banks probably did get into it when Bitcoin was that number. But the thing is, these banks don't want to buy Bitcoin at 100,000, 68,000. No. So that what they're going to do, they're going to manipulate the markets. They're going to cause a bunch of fear. And then what are they going to do? Then they're going to turn around and say, oh, we have a solution. While the money is crashing, here's our digital currency. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to fall for it because the whole time they've been listening to Jamie Dimon, who, by the way, like I said, he shouldn't be the CEO of JP Morgan, let's be honest. They've been following him. They're like, yeah, man, JP Morgan even says it's a fraud. But now 5 years later, they're changing their tune. And I'm here to tell you guys, 5 years from now, in 2027, when you're a millionaire or a billionaire or a thousandaire, right? You're gonna remember that, man. I remember 5 years from ago, this crazy guy Solo was talking about Terra Luna Classic. It was 0.00015. I would have never thought that Terra Luna Classic would be $20 again. I'm saying it now. I would even go to say it might be $50 5 years from now. Because what's going to happen is you're going to see mass adoption explode. And the catalyst of this explosion is going to be a couple different things. Now, guys, we're not done yet exposing JP Morgan. I got more receipts. I got more. We ain't done yet. I got more. Now, right here is JP Morgan's website. They have an equity research paper that they roll out, right? Now, guys, I'm going to, once again, we got receipts. And this is one of the reasons why, guys, when I saw this morning, I don't know about you guys, this increased my faith. Because, guys, you got to remember, when I made this video 5 years ago, when Bitcoin was $2,000, listen, guys, I would be capping and telling you that I'm 5 years ago, when I made this video, that JP Morgan was in crypto. I had no idea. But, guys, make no mistake. 5 years later, when I made this video, I was a puppy. I was a rookie in the crypto game. Now, guys, I'm a veteran. You feel me? This is like Halo. When you've been through a couple battles, right? Now you've already been on the planet. You know what to expect. Okay, let's get into the receipts. Here they talk about the FTX situation. And I'm going to read this verbatim. With FTX emerging earlier this year as a white knight, aka simp, bailing out troubled crypto-related companies, the news of FTX itself collapsing this week sent shockwaves through the crypto markets. While this certainly is a major short-term setback, we see the wildly publicized collapse of FTX as potentially dramatically accelerating the timeline. Let me say that again. Hold on, for those who can't read. Accelerating the timeline to which crypto-related regulation will be ushered in, similar to new banking regulations which followed the GFC. Okay? Now, guys, why, and I already mentioned this too, that this FTX situation will bring in regulation. I mean, if you've been following me on Patreon, I said we'll probably see regulation next year. Why do they want regulation? Well, the institutions want to know what they can get away with and what they can't. Right now, let's be honest, they can get away with anything because it's not regulated. Let's be honest. But right now, since there's not a lot of legal clarity on it, they don't know how all out they can go. Let's continue. As a result, we see the news surrounding FTX as one step back, but one that could prove to be the catalyst to move the crypto economy 2 steps forward, further unlocking the utility value of blockchain. Guys, this is JP Morgan. This is not me. This is JP Morgan. Let's continue. In fact, we see the establishment of a regulatory framework as the needed catalyst to massively ramp the institutional adoption of crypto. Did you just hear that? In fact, we see the establishment of a regulatory framework as the needed catalyst to massively ramp the institutional adoption of crypto. I mean, guys, I've been telling you guys this for what? I've been telling you guys this for years. If you've been watching me for 5 years, I said that, unfortunately, and I'm going to keep it real, you're going to need some regulation in this space. So that way you don't have these FTX situations, Voyager situations happening. It's unfortunate, but you're going to have some regulation come into the space so that way this doesn't happen. But hold on, guys. They're saying that it'll allow the ramping of institutional crypto adoption. Your Amazons. Let me say that again. Your Amazons, your Apples. By the way, we already know Apple is in crypto. We already know that. They're already working on their own wallet. We already knew that since last year. I made a video on that. Facts, right? Moreover, while the news of the collapse of FTX is empowering crypto skeptics, we would point out that all of the recent collapses in the crypto ecosystem have been from centralized players and not from decentralized protocols. Okay, I'm done. Guys, for those that don't understand, what did I just read? Basically, JP Morgan threw their own peers under the bus. They said that this whole FTX situation that people are now using to say that crypto is bad, it didn't happen because of decentralized protocols, but it happened because of centralized protocols. Who are the centralists or dealing with centralization? JP Morgan. Yes, JP Morgan is centralized. They're a bank. JP Morgan is throwing their own peoples under the bus, their own peers, FTX. Guys, this right here tells you that JP Morgan is bullish. Now, but Solo, what about 5 years ago? Yeah, that was 5 years ago when Jamie Dimon told you guys that crypto was stupid and that it was a fraud. And now the same company that Jamie Dimon is the CEO of is talking about that it'll be mass adopted, but we need regulation. But don't worry about that. JP Morgan, they ain't even waiting for regulation because I just showed you the receipts. They trademarked their own crypto wallet, and their lawyer, right here, Michael Kondatis, he's their lawyer who deals with their NFTs and their metaverses. They already told you guys they're getting into the metaverse and NFT space as well. So what does this mean right now? What does this mean to you? Guys, what this means is, if you're watching this video, shout out to you, Bluff City Nerd, you are very early. You are very, very early. And 5 years from now, when I have my own island, I want you to be, you 11 right here that are watching, matter of fact, if you're watching this video right after the live playback, if you're watching this still in 2022, leave a comment. I want you to come to my private island party. Because we're so early, guys. We are so early. And there's so much fear. And see, guys, if this doesn't, when you look at everything that's going on in the crypto market, I know it looks crappy. It stinks. That's why I tell you guys, take a break. There's a World Cup going on right now. Enjoy the World Cup. I saw USA play against Wales. They should have beat them, but, it's a tie. Shout out to Argentina. I didn't get to see that game. That was an hour before I woke up. But guys, what I'm trying to tell you is right now, if you're in this market right now, and if you're able to weather the storm, you'll be fine. When I made this video in 2017, guys, if you would have told me that 5 years from now that JP Morgan would have their own trademark, that NFTs would be a thing, and the metaverse is something that Facebook would change their name to Meta, I would have been like, you capping. But guess what, guys? 5 years from now, what do I see happening in the crypto space? We'll have regulation by then, facts. XRP is going to be the #1 coin 5 years from now, facts. XLM and XDC are going to be top 10 coins as well. I think Dogecoin still will be around. Shiba Inu 5 years from now, with the burning protocol, Shibarium, we should be looking at a $20 SHIB. And I know that sounds crazy. I know people are like, yo, this guy is insane. Yep. Remember, guys, there's some guy right now by the name of Da Vinci. Back in 2013, he told people to buy $1 worth of Bitcoin when Bitcoin was around $13 to $7.58. Now Da Vinci is driving in backs of Maybachs, and he lives in a mansion, and he's got a $5 million garage. His video's still up. Go watch it. If you know Da Vinci J15, let me know in the chat. Now, talking about XRP, let's get it. Oh yeah, guys, I'm hyped today. And I just got my coffee. Facts. You know what I mean? Now, Brad Garlinghouse, who's the CEO of Ripple, right, says that Bank of America will gain competitive advantage using Ripple ODL, right? So ODL, if I'm not mistaken, that's on-demand liquidity, right? So what does that mean? So basically, since Ripple, right, XRP, we're dealing with cross-border payments, you need a lot of liquidity, right? When we talk about that, when you're dealing with countries and banks and that sort. Now, here's the thing. XRP, right? Ripple is the company. XRP is the token. Now, Bank of America is already dealing with XRP, but because of the case, they had to fall back because of the fact that Bank of America, which is an American company, right, based in America, they don't know what's going to happen. I think they know what's going to happen. Stop the cap. We all know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is this case will get settled. When? I don't know. I'm hoping that'll get settled early Q1 next year. But I don't know. I've been wrong. I thought it would get settled last year. It didn't. Okay? What does this mean? By having this ODL, right, it allows Bank of America to basically really have a one-up in the marketplace. Now, this may not mean anything to you, but what I'm saying to you guys is that all these companies that Ripple already has partnerships with, especially these American companies, they're waiting in the wings. Because make no mistake, another prediction, and as I said earlier in this video, the catalyst for the next bull run, or one of the catalysts, is going to be if XRP wins the case. Now, to me, it's not an if. Let me be clear, it's a when. When XRP wins the case, it's gonna, if that doesn't spur the next bull run, it'll definitely spur a rally. If not for the whole markets, then at least for XRP. And we've already seen XRP for the last month. XRP has been doing well, right? Now, XRP hasn't fallen off a cliff. Now, you guys know me. I've been telling you guys, hey, I'm looking to get XRP at a quarter, but you know what? Forget that. As I've always said, to me, not financial advice, but XRP, anything under $10 is a great buy. And then I was thinking the other day, you know, a coin that a lot of people don't talk about a lot. I know a lot. I've talked about this a lot. It's XDC. Now, XDC, if you feel like, yo, you missed out on XRP, XDC is one that is a sleeping giant, faster than XRP, also an ISO 2022 protocol coin, already smart contract enabled, And it's less than, it's about 2 cents right now. XDC, I think, guys, is a sleeping giant. And this coin, if XRP hits $100, this coin should at least be $10, at least. And I ain't even talk about XLM yet. And then we also got Algorand and Quant. We're very, very early, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years from now, when some of you guys may have children, your kids are going to ask you, Mommy, Daddy, how did you get this mansion? And then you're going to be like, well, I put some money in XRP and XDC. And then your kids are going to say, legend, just like the meme. They're going to call you a legend, okay? Facts. Master Tactics says, those who are early rules of the world, XRP is the world bridge currency. Exactly. And XDC, I think, is slept on. I think I've talked about XDC a lot, but you know what? I'm going to be talking about ISO coins a lot more now, particularly here and Patreon, because I think that a lot of people, you know, if you have, I mean, listen, guys, and you guys know I love Shiba, right? And I told you guys 5 years from now, Shiba should be $20 a coin. If Shibarium goes through, everything goes through, it should be, right? This guy solo is crazy, blah, blah, blah. Right, but once again, let's show the receipts, Master Tactics. When I made this video in 2017, Bitcoin was $3,640. This 5 years ago, 108 views, $3,000 Bitcoin. Bitcoin now just touched back to 16,000. I remember when I made this video, I didn't think Bitcoin was gonna, 2017, I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't think Bitcoin would hit 50,000 until 2025. That's facts. I remember in 2017, I was thinking to myself, you know what? In 2025, we should have a $50,000 Bitcoin. Joke's on me. We hit 50,000 last year in 2021. Then I realized, whoa, we're moving faster than I thought we would move. We're moving much faster. That's why there's been such an urgency in my spirit to talk about this crypto more, because I don't want people to miss out. And everybody's so focused right now on, you know, Real Desperate Housewives and you know what Brittany Renner's doing. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, why aren't more people talking about this? Especially, and I'm sorry I got to bring it there, but why aren't more Black people talking about this? More Black men talking about this? And unfortunately for Black men, I got to call it out, we're too busy focused on the carnal, on our flesh. We're too distracted by the booty when we should be focusing on what's going on. There's a shifting right now going on regarding the transfer of wealth. And you have people that are focused on the wrong things. And I want to, and this is why I feel this urgency in my spirit, I want to help people to get in position so where you're able to deal with this. Because make no mistake, there are people right now watching this video. Some of you guys are going to be thousandaires. Some of you are going to be millionaires. And some of y'all are going to be billionaires. And one day, if God grants me the grace and the ability, one day I will be in your mansion and you're going to be like, hey, Solo, I remember when you made that video talking about JP Morgan 5 years ago. I'm going to be in your mansion. And you're going to be like, Solo, I want to thank you. And I'm going to look at your mansion. I'm going to be like, I want to thank you. Because to be in this space right now, guys, to talk about what we're talking about, it takes big ball faith. It takes faith to be in this market. 5 years ago, when I made, nobody was watching me. Nobody, look at 108 views. Bitcoin was $3,000. It went to 2. Nobody was watching me. But guess what, guys? I had faith. And this is why, with faith, I'm still here talking about crypto. This is why I changed a lot of the things I used to talk about. Because I've seen where it went from 5 years to now. And this is why my conviction with this crypto, it ain't changing. I'm doubling down. I'm tripling down. I am quadrupling down. Nobody can tell me nothing about, oh, crypto is a fraud or scam, when these same companies now are giving out messages talking about this is going to be massively adopted. We just need the regulation to come in. I mean, they're telling you what's going on, and they're getting trademarks. Nobody's going to tell me nothing. These are your supposed experts. You guys know who I am. Listen, I'm not the smartest guy. Let's be honest. I'm not the most well-spoken. I'm not the most intelligent. But you telling me some random brother from the Midwest understood cryptocurrency better than JP Morgan did in 2017? And now, guys, what I'm telling you guys is this. The markets are down. Yes, it stinks. Yes. We're going to keep going down until maybe 13K. Yes. But guys, this is going to be an opportunity. Why is it master tactics? Why is it that every time there's a bull run, sir, when Bitcoin was 50,000, I remember this. People were in my comments. They were like, I missed out. It's too late. I said, no, it's not. You got Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum is 3,000. It's too late. Now, where are the same people that said it was too late? When now you can get it for less than half the price, for a quarter of the price. Ethereum now is almost at 1,000. It's not too late. Even with XRP, people, oh, it's too late. It's 37. What? It's not too late. I remember in 2017, XRP was 3 cents. This is going to sound crazy. When XRP was 3 cents, I thought it was too late. What? Yes. When XRP was 17 cents, it went up to 17 cents in 2017. I thought it was too late. And then XRP went boom to $3.92. Excuse me. How are you late when you early? It's all about timing, right? So if you bought crypto at the top, yes, it's not late. You bought at the top. But what goes up must come down. I always say that. And what goes down eventually goes up. And this is one of the reasons, guys, I show you receipts like this. Because after every pump, there's always a retrace. After every bull run, there's always a bear market. And if you're in the bear market right now and you're dollar cost averaging, right, DCAing, then you're putting yourself in a lovely position for the next bull run where your future generations, your grandchildren, your children's children's children, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna say, Uncle Savage Lion or Uncle Bluff City or Grandpa Bluff City. They're gonna be like, it's because of him that our generation, our family lineage has changed, because he made that one choice to invest in something that nobody believed in, that everybody called a fraud back in 2017, and they said was stupid. That's what they said in 2017. So imagine, what are they going to say in 2027? I would be shocked if JP Morgan would still be around in 2027. Yes, I said it. And I know I'm yelling. I know I'm excited, guys, but you guys have to understand. We are in a time right now where there's so much going on in this world. And as I said, we're going to go down a little bit more before we go up. I think we might finish the year at 13K. If we go below 13, we might finish the year then at anywhere from 10 to 13K. But I think, guys, the next bull run is going to be pandemonium. And if you are now in a position where you already have a strategy in place, this is why I show you guys this at the beginning, right? When when we went through the fear to greed index. When this hits like a 60 or 70 and people are coming in, you're going to be cashing out. And then there's going to be a point, if you're in the right coins, and that's why we're going to talk about Flare Network, right? We're going to be talking about the Flare Network here in the future, because right now, guys, the way the market is moving, we got to get into more advanced topics. So we got to talk about Flare Network. We got to talk about the XRP ecosystem, how you can stake your XRP and how you never have to cash it out, how you can get stake results from XRP, and how Flare Network is going to change all that, right? How you're going to be your own bank for real. You're going to be your own bank. You got 10,000 XRP or more, you're going to be your own bank. You got 100,000 XRP, I'm gonna need to talk to you then, because I might need a loan. You feel me? This is. I mean, you know, at this point now, nobody can shake my faith in this. Nobody can. Listen, guys, Bitcoin can go to 9,000. If XRP goes down to 25 cents, cool. I'm going to be on the sideline. Because at the end of the day, what they're trying to do, they've been doing this for the last year. They're just trying to wear you guys out mentally. They want you to sell, give up your coins. Because what's at stake? What's at stake? They know what's at stake. They know what's at stake. Master Tactics says most people don't realize that we're still at the beginning stage. Wait until it goes global and the mass adoption happens. Master Tactics, this is amen, brother. You are not lying. You are not lying, brother. And this is what I want people to understand, that the blockchain is going to revolutionize not just financial and cross-borderless payment and the metaverse, but the blockchain is going to revolutionize all the industries. It's already affecting supply chain when we talk about V-chain, right? It's going to affect that. Inventory, keeping better numbers, keeping better track, more accurate track for inventory. Blockchain is going to help in regards to cloud systems, storage. We're so early. This is like back in the future, man. I feel like I'm Marty McFly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it's so early. Like, imagine, the best way to say it is, imagine this is 1993 or 95. And I'm talking to you about Amazon and Facebook right now. It's 95. Imagine if this was 95. Like, this is like, if we were to do like an equivalent to the tech boom in the 90s, this is 95. And I'm telling you about Amazon and Facebook right now. Facebook wasn't even around in 95. But Amazon definitely was. We were so early, guys. And I need people to understand that because we're early, it's going to take time. You got to let it play out. When I made that video, Shiba Inu in 2017, there wasn't no Shiba Inu. There wasn't no Shiba Inu at that time. Wasn't no SHIB. If you would have told me 5 years ago that Shiba Inu and Dogecoin would be the catalyst for meme coin seasons in 2021, I would have thought you were tripping. But see, now I understand very well because I went through it. Mass adoption is good. This is why I keep telling you guys, meme coins aren't dead, because of the fact that with what's going to happen to bring in more mass adoption, part of the reason, and you're going to see this in the next bull run because you already saw it in the previous bull run, is these meme coins. On TikTok, Doge was going brazy. Facts. Shiba Inu, now you got them talking about, yo, we want to buy the naming rights to the Miami Heat because FTX messed that up. Can you imagine Shiba Inu Arena? Shout out to Adam Shelton. He said he had a dream earlier this summer. He said he had a dream where he said he saw Shiba Inu Arena. Could you imagine that? 5 years ago, Dogecoin was around, but nobody took Doge serious. I take Doge very serious now in 2022 because I see how Doge moved to an $80 billion market cap at one point. 80 billion. Facts. Now, if you look at the market cap, right now, right? Doge market cap is at 10 billion. I take Shiba Inu very seriously. Shiba Inu is going to change so many people's lives in the future. People have no idea. And for those of you who remember when I first started talking about SHIB, you saw the way it ran up. You saw it. It's going to change lives. Meme coin ain't dead. Doge on Mars is going to go brazy. Kishu Inu is going to go brazy. Sheena Inu is going to go brazy. And I even think Satama's got still one left in him. But I ain't going to cap. Next bull run, I'm selling all my Satama, man, because that CEO, I don't know what he on, man. I don't know what he's on. We are so early. And one thing I want people to understand is when I talk about XRP and the ISOs, I'm talking about something long-term. I know people want to make money now, and that is fine. That is dope. Because we all listen, let's not be disingenuous, right? The metaverse, all of that sounds fly, but some of us, we need the money now. We got bills to pay. I understand that. I understand that. But that's one of the reasons why, guys, I don't just talk about the price action. I also do those PowerPoints to give presentation to have understanding of where it could go in the future. Because I realize that a lot of people don't understand this still. At this point, we shouldn't be talking about crypto as a fraud and a scam and this and that. I mean, that's how some people, FTX, that was a fraudulent exchange. But Bitcoin itself is not a fraud. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Now, how somebody uses it, for what purposes, they can use it for good or they can use it for nefarious purposes. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make now is that for people who say, oh, this ain't going to go anywhere, it's a novelty. He called this a novelty item, right? Let's go back to the video. He called this a novelty item, right? He says right now, these crypto things are kind of a novelty. People think they're kind of neat. But what happens when inflation keeps going up in record numbers? In the UK, inflation is 11.1%. What happens when the financial system continues to fill? Because right now, the money printer ain't going brrr, but inflation is going meow, sky high. And the money printer, now they want to turn the money printer up again, so it'll go brrr. But what happens when you turn the money printer and it goes brrr again? Inflation is going to go through the roof. It's going to go insane. You got the guy, the CEO of JP Morgan in 2017, right here, guys, the receipts. Reg, I know you see this. He called cryptocurrency a fraud, just to do a recap, in 2017. Yesterday, JP Morgan did what? Officially registered a cryptocurrency wallet trademark. Their NFT metaverse lawyer posted this on Twitter. There's the trademark right there. But 5 years ago, Reg, they said it was a fraud. And now they're registering cryptocurrency because why? They realize for the banking system to be able to continue in the future, because they ain't got no more money. These banks are insolvent too. Well, you guys think it's just FTX? These banks are insolvent too. They ain't got real money. Every time that money printer go brrr, you think that's real money? You think that money is backed by some? No, they're just printing money that they don't have. Money ain't backed by gold. Well, what's crypto backed by? The blockchain. Facts. This is the lawyer right here. So now he's printing, showing this. And these banks, they know that the system is collapsing. That's what we are. We're in the middle of a collapsing system. And see, for me to say that, it sounds insane, right? You're like, Solo, banks ain't never going nowhere. I never said that. I said the system is collapsing. We're moving into a more digital world. You can go to a grocery store and you ain't even got to take out your wallet. You can use what? Apple Pay or Google Pay through your phone. That's where we're moving to, a digital world. That's why they're coming out with their CBDCs. But make no mistake, cryptocurrencies like XRP, XLM, XDC, they ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. Savage Lion says, low key, keeping up with the vid, Solo. You've been predicting things that have come to pass. Savage Lion, at the end of the day, bro, you have to understand. And I'm not here to make this video to say I'm right. That's not what I'm doing this for. I want people to understand that this is not just, cryptocurrencies are just here. Now, let's be honest. When regulation happens, a lot of coins are going to disappear. Yes. A lot of coins are going to disappear. And we can speculate on that. We can definitely speculate on that. But I don't think when regulation happens, we'll be lucky if there are 200 or 300 coins at the most. We'll be lucky if we have 200 coins when regulation happens, right? Now, for a short while, you might see some coins still be around because they're not all based in the USA, but it's gonna happen. There's a lot. Oh man, Bluff City Nerd says, I'm more than ready for the wealth transfer. Bluff City Nerd, as I said earlier this month, we're in the beginning of it. I mean, FTX, when I made that video, what happened? Afterwards, we had the FTX situation. We're in the beginning of it. And make no mistake, I think that there are other exchanges and companies too that are insolvent. We just don't know about them yet. But just like what happened with the Do Kwon version of Luna, let's keep it a buck, it's going to be like a domino effect. And that's one of the reasons why you've been hearing about this Genesis situation, because there's going to be other companies that are going to be affected by this. That's why they was worried about Crypto.com. So I don't think that the FTX situation, we're fully out of the blue on that one yet. Savage Lion says, a lot of people ain't looking at right now. He's promoting a scam project and got paid $2 million. Everyone on edge. A lot of people ain't looking at crypto right now. Speed? Who's Speed? I'm not familiar. Who's Speed? Is that a YouTuber or content creator? Or let me know. Let me know who Speed is. Talk to him. We're about to be up. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys. We're crypto. I'm not going cap. I don't listen. I think that we're still got some ways to go down. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? But you know what? I still think that you, even now in the down market, you still have coins that are popping off, and we're going to talk about that here in a second, right? But I still think we're going to go down. I don't know until when, but I still think that we're going to go down some. But I do think that we're going to go up. I think we're going to go up faster than people expect, right? Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that'll be next week or in 2 weeks or whatever, but I think that a lot of people are going to be discouraged and they're going to, sleep on the market. And that's when they make their moves. They ran the same play in March 2020 when Bitcoin went from 7,000 to 3,000, or excuse me, it went from 9,000, okay? 9,000 to 3,000. And then we finished the year at 28. January, we were in the 40s of 2021. Master Tactics says most people will flock into digital currency when the government makes them feel comfortable to adopt it. CBDC regulation. By then, the early adopters will already be rich. Crumbs left for the masses. Yep, exactly. That's exactly. And I think you're going to see CBDCs there's going to be a major push next year. And I think that by 5 years from now, this is my prediction. 5 years from now. Hold on a second. You guys still there? What is going on right now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing 1 2 1 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, my bad, guys. My bad, guys. My computer, I don't know what the heck just happened. I clicked something and then it kind of lost its mind. I apologize. Right? So yeah, so going back to what you were talking about, Master Tactics, a lot of people are going to and let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me, please, in the chat, so I know I'm not just talking to myself again, you know. But yeah, a lot of people are going to come in when it's late, unfortunately, right? So let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Let me double check. Hello. I'm going to come in when it. Okay, cool. All right. We Are Crypto says, I believe this year was planned to lower markets so major players can get in, like JP Morgan, and fully regulate crypto. Yeah, I think that definitely. As I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, definitely a lot of manipulation going on. I mean, we already see that with the FTX situation, right? I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried, and this is something that I didn't even realize until last week. This guy was donating to the Democrats, right? And then Ukraine, and then they had their own laundering system. Did you guys know about that? Oh man, I got to do a video on that because that is crazy. That not a lot of more people are exposing that. But this is crazy, man. Sam Bankman-Fried, man, he was in bed with the politicians, and we got to audit every politician that he donated to. We do. We got to audit every politician that Sam Bankman-Fried donated to. They need to audit those politicians. Speed is a YouTuber. Ishowspeed. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. He was promoting some coin or something like that. And see, guys, this is one of the reasons why another reason why people down crypto is because of the fact that, you know, you got people that right now, because it's the wild, wild west, everybody's trying to promote a coin, and not all these projects have the, you know, the best intentions of what they claim to be. These projects, some of these projects are just, you know, pump and dumps or rug pulls, unfortunately. And this is one of the reasons why, guys, in 5 years, you guys know I've never taken a dime from any company. You feel me? Now, if Ledger want to holler at me, I'll take money from a Ledger or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not an exchange or promoting a coin. They're promoting custody, self-custody. So I'm cool with that. But this is one of the reasons why, you know, you got to be very careful who you take advice from. Even from me, guys, right? This is why I always tell you guys, do your own research. Don't take my words at face value. Run everything back that I say. Because you know, I'm not here to have an echo chamber. If people have questions or if people don't agree with something I say, then cool, challenge me on it. Because one thing people know is that whenever people have challenged me on it, and if I don't know the answer, because once again, I don't know everything, then you know what I do? I do my research, right? And then I come back and then I tell you what I find, right? So that's how we do it over here. Savage Light says a billionaire paid iSpeed $2 million to promote a cryptocurrency project. They got exposed a few days ago on stream. Yeah, I saw CoffeeZilla. Shout out to Coffee. I saw he made a video on that. And you know what? I don't think it's by mistake that he got exposed. You know what I'm saying? And you know what, guys? This is one of the things is that when you look at cryptocurrency, and this is one of the reasons why the way I address it is not just from a price point aspect. Because I do talk about price a lot. Let's be honest, right? But this is one of the reasons why I approach it from an informational aspect with the PowerPoints and also looking at different articles and also do my research. And then especially when I do the PowerPoints, because I want people to understand what I'm talking about, that I'm just not blowing smoke up your rear. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just doing that. That's why it's so important that when I do bring this information, I bring you guys the facts. So when I show you guys an article like this, where Jamie Dimon, 5 years ago, the CEO of JP Morgan, called cryptocurrency stupid and a fraud, and then 5 years later, now they have a patent to their own cryptocurrency wallet. And I tell you guys that these banks are going to get into it, these institutions are getting into it, because they realize the mistakes that they have made, and they realize where everything is going. This is the evidence. This is the receipts. You got to follow the digital footprint trail, the breadcrumbs. You got to follow all of this. JP Morgan lied. They told you, and me, they told us that cryptocurrency was stupid. They said it was a fraud. They said it was just a fad, something novel. It ain't gonna last. They said that back in 2017, and I addressed that. See, even in 2017, when it came to smoke, I wanted all the smoke. That's why I addressed that. Now, fast forward, now JP Morgan is telling y'all that this is the FTX situation is going to actually help to accelerate mass adoption via regulatory framework. That is going to be the catalyst, according to them, for institutions to adopt crypto. Now, wait. But I thought JP Morgan said it was stupid. No, it's all right here. I'm showing y'all the page. It's right here. Right? They're talking about stable coins. And they want to get stable coins out the way. Why? Because the government wants you to use their version, and banks, of course, want you to use their version. That's why they want stable coins out the way. Let's be honest. As I said, guys, if you're watching me right now, right, we got about 20 people. Some of y'all are going to be thousandaires. Some of y'all are going to be millionaires, and some of y'all are going to be billionaires. And it's going to be exciting. I'm very, very excited. I don't think a lot of people realize. I think a lot of y'all think I'm capping. I really do. Like, sometimes I think like people go and smoke up their rear, right? But then when I make a video 5 years ago, when it was $2,900, and then it went back up to $3,640. This was 5 years ago, guys. I remember when I used to make videos under my other channel, my main channel. You guys remember my solo channel? Guess what? People thought I was a scammer, Savage Lion. When I was talking about Bitcoin, people thought I was that iSpeed guy. Like, they're like, yo, what is this dude talking about? This Bitcoin. This guy's a scammer, bro. I remember people thought I was a scammer. YouTubers that I looked up to, that I was cool with, they're like, man, Bitcoin is a scam, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? 5 years later, they're calling me, asking me, yo, Solo, what coin should I buy? That's facts. That's facts. The same people that called me a scammer 5 years ago, now they're calling me, asking me, what coin should I buy? Because they didn't understand it then. They're like, man, this Bitcoin don't make no sense. Is what, digital money? What? Man, it's a scam. I remember that. You know what I mean? I remember there's another YouTuber who thought it was a scam. This ain't about being right, bro. This ain't about being right. Sometimes you can look at certain things. There's some people, guys, they're good at cars. Right? Some of you guys might be good at cars. You can look at a car and you can see, you ain't even got to sit in the car or pop the trunk. You already know what engine is in the car. That's facts. There's some people that are great at sports. You know what I mean? You just good when it comes with a basketball. You're just good at dribbling. You're just good at doing that. Right? And then there's some people, and I'm not here to saying this to brag, but then there's some people like myself, you kind of can see where the world is going. The good Lord gave me a big imagination ever since I was a little kid. right? When we talk about the metaverse, what do you think we're doing now? We got people in the chat. I'll pull up your comments. If you leave a comment, we're interacting. But in the future, it might be a virtual reality. You're going to be in an avatar. I might be in an avatar. You know what I'm saying? No snow bunnies, but we're going to be, we're going to be like in a conference room. You feel me? Talking about this. Now, in the future, my preference would be to talk to you guys about this in person. You know what I mean? Weird Crypto says, I planned this year. Was planned. Okay, yeah. Oh, I already pulled that comment up. Okay, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, guys, I just want to say this. Right now, we're super duper early. We're very early, right? And 2017, guys, I'm going to be honest. I didn't think we would hit a $50,000 Bitcoin until 2025. Back in 2017, that's what I thought. We hit that in 2021. Like I said, there's an urgency in my spirit to get this information out, right? So, and as I said, guys, I'm still with Terra Luna Classic, right? As I said in the beginning, I'm still rocking with that. I know people, oh, you're wrong about Terra. You said it would, you said it would hit 10 cents in December. You were wrong. It's not even, you know what, guys? The year ain't over yet. But I will say this. With Terra Luna Classic, I still believe in it. I'm not cashing out anything. If you follow me on Patreon, I break down on a weekly basis my staking rewards, how I'm staking it, how I'm holding it. And I'm also dollar cost averaging more. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. Like I said, guys, this is, I want people to understand that with this one, with cryptocurrency, things don't happen overnight. When I made this video and Bitcoin was at $3,640, did I think that Bitcoin would ever touch 60,000 plus within 5 years? No, I didn't see that. I thought by 2022, we would maybe be at a 20,000 Bitcoin. And we've seen that. Facts. Savage Lion says, I respect you for being honest, Soul. A lot of these companies be paying a bag to promote a project, and a lot of creators fold. Yeah, you know what? I've never gotten a bag for promoting a project. I've never promoted a project for a bag. Because my reputation is already shaky, right? Let's be honest. Because a lot of people say, a lot of my critics and detractors will tell you that I don't know anything about crypto, that I'm always off with the timing, right? And I will say this, guys. This year, definitely, I've been more wrong than right. But one thing that that I'm absolutely certain about is that in the future, cryptocurrency will be mass adopted. Now, that doesn't mean that in the next 10 years, cash is going to be out. No, but we will see within the next 5 years, you're going to see more adoption happening in the crypto space regarding to usage and utility. You'll be able to use it as a form of payment, cross-borderless payments. When we have the institutions coming in because of regulations, you're going to see explosions, right? You're going to see that. And one thing that's very important is that there are a lot of cryptos. I think that once regulation happens, we'll get a better idea of which cryptos are going to be around and which aren't. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that XRP will be around, XLM will be around, DC, Algorand, and Quant will be around. You know what I'm saying? The ISOs for sure. Garth says, cryptocurrency looks like it's finished now. Look at what happened with FTX with no regulation. You can lose it all at any minute with no insurance. Right. Cryptocurrency, you're right. It does look like it's finished, right? And the main issue with an FTX is that you're dealing with a centralized exchange. And unfortunately, what happened is these exchanges, I really think a lot of them are insolvent, right? Now, you guys know me. If you're not actively trading, then your money should not be on an exchange. You should have it on a cold storage wallet like Ledger or Tracer or Descent, right? And I always mention those. Why? Because having a cold storage wallet allows you, not your keys, not your crypto. Okay, let's just keep it simple, right? You guys, no, I just re-upped on another ledger. I just bought another one just in case. Listen, I don't think you can have enough. I'm just being honest, right? So the reality is that I do think that with the FTX situation, we are going to see regulation coming in faster. It's going to implement regulation a lot faster. And just like they said here in this JP Morgan, right, excerpt here, or the little their newsletter or whatever you want to call it, that you're going to see these FTX is going to be a catalyst for regulation, as well as what happened with, Luna, Voyager, Celsius. You're going to see that. And you know what? Let's keep it a buck. The USA is behind when it comes to regulation. They should have, they should have had regulation 5 years ago, fam. Yes, I'm saying it. They should have had it 5 years ago. But guess what? 5 years ago, JP Morgan wasn't ready. Why is JP Morgan trademarking their own crypto wallet now? They should have had this. America is so far behind in the crypto space compared to the world. Now they're playing catch up. They're allowing the banks to catch up right now, and you will see regulation happen next year. That I'm certain of. Next year you're going to see regulation and taxes. Those things I'm certain of, right? Now, guys, I'm going to show you guys something here, and then I'm going to wrap it up because I got to get going, because I was only going to do a 20-minute stream. I ended up doing a full stream. Now, you guys heard me talk about Algorand and whatnot. As you guys know, it's the FIFA World Cup. So what I did for my Patreons, but also what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share this in the chat for my regular viewers. But I already posted this on Patreon over a week ago. But shout out to the homie G. You know who you are. One of my homie G's, he made a list of coins that are affiliated with the FIFA World Cup, right? So Algorand is affiliated with the World Cup. Chili's as well. You guys have heard me talk about Chili's and Algorand in the past. But then you also have a bunch of meme coins too, right, that are affiliated. So not financial advice, but for those of you guys who are interested in looking at World Cup coins that are associated with the World Cup, I posted the watch list there. You got a lot of meme coins, very risky plays, guys. Some of these are definitely pump and dumps, not gonna lie. Listen, I'm not here to promote these coins. That's not what I'm doing, guys. I simply made a watch list. There's only 2 coins that I'm personally invested in. I got Algorand, right? And Algorand to me is a long-term hold. And then also I'm looking at Quota Inu. That's the one that I got into. But like I said, a lot of these guys, Quota Inu guys, I'm not planning to hold that after December. When the World Cup ends, I'll be done with this. Chili's, I hold a little bit too. I got some on Coinbase that I got for doing their free course, because Coinbase has it where if you do their courses, you get it for free. But yeah, guys, these are very risky, guys. I'm not promoting it. It's just a watch list, like I said. And I told you guys which coins I'm involved in, so nobody gets it twisted. I'm not getting paid or nothing like that. And I'm not telling you guys to get into it. I'm simply, like I said, this is just a watch list for people who want to pay attention to that, or if you want to do some research, you're more welcome to utilize that. Master Tactics says, the way Shiba Inu went from 10 zeros in 2020 to only 4 zeros 2021 should tell people to never underestimate the power of cryptocurrency. $2,000 at 10 zeros would make you a billionaire in 2021. Exactly. And you know what? I don't think Shiba is done yet. I know a lot of people think Shiba is finished. I think meme coins, period, as I said earlier, are not done yet. I don't think Sheena is done. I don't think Dogecoin on Mars is done. I don't think Kishu is done. Whenever there's a next bull run, whether it happens next year or at the next halving, 2024, 2025, whenever that happens, you're going to see the coins run again. I think that Shiba and Doge, they're always going to be the trendsetters for crypto, like meme coins, right? And I don't even, and can we now say that Shiba's not a meme coin anymore? Can we get off that now or no? Because once Shibarium comes out, what are they still going to call it a meme coin? You feel me? So I don't think that Shiba's done yet. I don't think Shiba's done yet at all. I don't. Right? At the end of the day, the 8 marker, not a bad place to DCA. I mean, that's what I've been doing with SHIB the whole year. I've been DCAing on SHIB. I think that Shiba, I mean, the way the whales, anybody who, once again, if you follow me on Patreon, these whales are buying Shiba up left and right. Why are they doing that? What do the whales know that we don't? Why are whales buying millions of dollars of SHIB? You guys remember the last live stream I had where I showed you the Ethereum wallets of these whales? Remember that? Why are these whales buying so much Shiba? Do they know something that we don't? And you guys already know that Shiba is a prophetic coin, right? There's been a lot of people that have had a lot of, dreams and visions about Shiba. So I think Shiba Inu is going to be one coin that is going to shock a lot of people. I think SHIB will. And I think Terra Luna Classic too. Definitely. And I believe that. I really do. It's just time will tell. I don't have a time frame. But anyway, guys, with that being said, I just wanted to say thank you. Make sure, guys, to check out the Patreon. I'm active on Patreon 5 days a week. Also, guys, I might do a live stream on Saturday too. I know it's the holidays coming up. So, for those who celebrate Thanksgiving on Thursday, I hope you have a happy holiday. But yeah, it'll be very interesting, guys, to see where the market ends up. Always, guys, make sure to also protect your coins, not your keys, not your crypto. You can get a ledger now at Best Buy. Guys, I went to Best Buy to get my latest ledger. It was so dope. They didn't even know what it was. They're like, a ledger? Hold up. They had to look it up. And then he went in the back room and he's like, oh, we do sell it. Like, you know what I mean? Make no mistake, bro. Like, with 5 years from now, everybody's going to know what a ledger is. They're going to know. They're going to know. They're going to have sales on ledger. Buy 2, get 1 free. Facts. 5 years from now. The market, guys, I know it's down right now, but you know what? Guys, look at this as a buying opportunity. Like I said, I'm still expecting this to go down to 13,000, and then I might, start DCAing heavily in again, because right now I'm just on the sideline. I'm tired of the sideways BS. We got a CPI report coming out in December, 3 weeks from now, I believe. So I think that's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with that. And yeah, guys, if you're watching the World Cup, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, it's your boy Jones, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? God bless you. God bless the world. God bless America. Peace. You know what? Let's think about it on a good note. Let the music rock. Let it rock. Here we go.
Now. to now